For the warm-up for this athlete, they're going to perform 3 rounds of 10 calories on the assault bike or an echo bike, some kind of fan bike like what I'm using here. Immediately into 10 alternating step back lunges at a kind of slow tempo. Don't rush it. Make sure you activate, squeeze, glutes, quads, hamstrings, all the way down, all the way up. And then immediately after that, 20 band pull aparts. I like using the assault bike in a lot of warm-up routines for my athletes because it's a full body movement. You can pick your pace. I like to teach breathe in on 2 pedals, breathe out on 2 pedals, especially as you're warming up. Try to find a good rhythm to your breathing, match your pace, your RPM pace to your breathing tempo. Helps a lot with people that have trouble figuring out how to breathe when they're doing aerobic intensity activities. So right into the step back lunge, like I said, try to keep your chest nice and tall. Don't rush the step. Step back pretty far. I like to go all the way down, tap the knee just barely, come back up. But of course, if you have an athlete, range of motion's an issue. They can stop just short of the floor. It's not a big deal. It's just a preference for me, what I kind of teach. Because even with my knee on the ground, I'm probably barely parallel with that leg. So, banded pull aparts are next, 20 reps. I like to go nice and slow here. Keep the band tension at all times. Pull the shoulder blades back, squeeze them together. Like if you turn this way, you should be able to see kind of my shoulder blades pinched together. You could put a pencil between there and I could hold it with my shoulder blades, my scapula. So nice and slow here. Keep the band tension, like I said. Don't let a lot of slack come in when you come forward. I'll see people bring their hands really far forward and the band will collapse. And you'll see it get real saggy. So make sure you have them avoid that when you're teaching this. Keep the tension at all times. It's a light band, so the shoulder blades and scapula should be doing all the work. If they're feeling it more in their lats or triceps, maybe do a lighter band or have them do less reps at a time. And then maybe you could even put fingers between the shoulder blades and tell them to pinch your fingers. So repeat that 3 times. I'm just going to do it once for this video. So after that, we went into the 10 alternating Spider-Mans. I like to just get the leg as far forward as I can. You'll feel that stretch in the leg that's back and the hip flexors in the front. I also feel it on the groin on the inside leg that's forward. You can add a little motion in there as you go through. Maybe dip that elbow down, twist the body a little bit, trying to play around with it. 2-3 seconds right there. Dynamic stretch. Really just try to feel what feels tight to you and move it a little bit. Don't hold it too long. So just keep moving. 2-3 seconds, like I said. Like there was a little twist added. Trying to just play around, find some tight, sticky points. Get the legs moving. Sometimes you'll feel this stretch in your glutes pretty well too, depending on how tight they are. But I was definitely feeling it in my left groin and right hip flexor the most. One leg was way tighter than the other. So from there, 10 of those, we're going to go into toy soldiers. I do have really tight hamstrings right now, so you'll see my knee is kind of bent. Dealing with a little bit of sciatica and some tight hamstring issues right now. So, oops, went out of frame. Oh, I'm back. So just 10 alternating. Some people probably have way better flexibility than I do. And you'll see that. You can march down. You can even do them in place. Or you can hold on to something. If the athlete has trouble maintaining balance, they can hold on to a squat rack or something like that and just do one leg at a time. So from there we go into the ASQ. This is the ladder drill. I start out kind of slow at first, trying to stay in the blocks. There's blocks on the ground. You can't see them. It's just the way the court's laid out. I can see them when I'm looking down, but I don't actually have a ladder here. I do, I just couldn't find it. Not sure where it went. And I slowly try to increase my speed each round. I didn't rest right there. I kind of counted that first one as a warm-up, but make sure you follow the program's rests for anything that I put in here, because you want to be able to build the ATP back up between sets. Then lastly was the barbell back squat. 60%, 1 rep max, what I have programmed. The tempo should be 4 seconds down, about 2 seconds at the bottom, and then 1 second to return to standing. I didn't follow that necessarily. I went a little quicker Sometimes it feels like you're going slower than you are. So as a coach, I would count out the seconds to my athletes if I really wanted a strict 4-2-1 tempo, which is what you follow in a phase 2 muscular endurance phase of the OTP model. If you're in phase 4, that's your max strength. That's where the tempo is going to be much quicker. You're trying to get down maybe 2 seconds and explode back up from the bottom without a pause at the bottom.